The AUKUS agreement to equip Australia with nuclear submarines and why it has upset France. Canberra has ditched an earlier contract with a French company to join hands with the US and UK to build potential military deterrence against China in the Pacific region. The United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia announced a new defense deal on Thursday under which America and Britain will help Australia deploy nuclear powered submarine in the Pacific region. Although the leaders of these three countries did not say so, the deal is seen as a step towards curtailing China, which has made significant aggressive maneuvers in the Pacific region, especially in and around South China Sea, where it has expansive territorial claims. Why are nuclear submarines such a big deal and why is this new pact significant? Also, why has France said that it has been stabbed in the back by Australia? What is the agreement announced on Thursday? Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison said that the new enhanced trilateral security partnership between Australia, the United Kingdom, and the United States, named AUKUS, will be a partnership where our technology, our scientists, our industry, our defense forces are all working together to deliver a safer and more secure region that ultimately benefits all. The first major initiative of AUKUS, Morrison said, would be to deliver a nuclear powered submarine fleet for Australia. Over the next 18 months, we will work together to seek to determine the best way forward to achieve this. This will include an intense examination of what we need to do to exercise our nuclear stewardship responsibilities here in Australia, he said. The nuclear powered submarine will give Australia naval heft in the Pacific, where China has been particularly aggressive, while the US and Britain have had the capability for decades. Australia has never had an nuclear submarine. China has nuclear powered submarine as well as submarines that can launch nuclear missile. The three signatories to the AUKUS deal have made it clear, though, that their aim is not to harm the nuclear submarines with nuclear weapons. China has been one of Australia's biggest trading partners, but the relationship has soared over the last few years. It was the consideration of Chinese sensibilities that Australia had pulled out of the Malabar naval exercise with US, India, and Japan after participating in the 2007 edition of Singapore 2 was part. Australia came back to Malabar in 2020, which marked the first time in 13 years that the navies of the four Quad nations war gamed together. But why is Australia getting nuclear submarine capability being seen in the context of possible military aggression involving China? This is primarily because a nuclear powered submarine gives a navy the capability to reach far out in the ocean and launch attacks. Unlike conventional submarines, which are generally considered helpful for defensive purposes, the ability of a nuclear powered submarine to go long distances at a higher speed without being detected gives a nation the ability to protect its interests far from its shores. In the context of the AUKUS agreement, nuclear powered submarines will give the Royal Australian Navy the capability to go into South China Sea, where China is increasingly getting aggressive to protect its assets and conduct patrols. Even though this has not been spelled out by three countries, the US has in the past shared its nuclear propulsion technology only with the UK in accordance with the nuclear power sharing arrangement that the two countries have had since 1958. What makes nuclear submarine so important? A nuclear powered submarine is classified as an SSN under the US Navy hull classification system, where SS is the symbol for submarine and N stands for nuclear. A nuclear powered submarine that can launch ballistic missile is called SSBM. Conventional diesel engine submarines have batteries that keep and propel, though not very fast, the vessel underwater. The life of these batteries can vary from a few hours to few days. The newer air-independent propulsion submarine has additional fuel cells that allow them to stay underwater for longer and move faster than the conventional vessel. However, the fuel cells are used only at strategic times when the endurance to remain submerged is required. Both conventional and AIP subs need to come to the surface to recharge their batteries using the diesel engine. The diesel engine also propels the vessel on the surface. However, The fuel cells of AIP can only be charged on land stations, not while at sea. The great advantage of an SSN is that its nuclear powered propulsion gives the submarine a near infinite capacity to stay dived. Since it's propelled by a nuclear powered engine rather than by batteries, it does not have to emerge on the surface at all except to replenish supplies for the crew. SSNs are also able to move faster on the water than the conventional submarine. Added together, these advantages allow a navy to deploy the submarines quicker and at farther distances. So, why is France unhappy about Australia getting these submarines? The deal has complicated the relations between France and Australia and also France and the US. The French Foreign Minister Jean-Yves Le Drian has called it a stab in the back. There is a history to this. Back in 2016, when Le Drian was President, France Hollande's defense minister, Australia had signed a contract to buy 12 attack class submarines from the French shipbuilder Naval Group, worth nearly 90 billion. The defense and foreign minister of Australia had reconfirmed the deal to France just 2 weeks back, Reuters reported. Le Drian told France Info Radio on Thursday, "It's really a stab in the back. We had established a relation of trust with Australia. This trust has been betrayed." He added that he had spoken to the Australian counterpart recently and had received no indication of what was coming. Le Drian was quoted as saying that he was angry and very bitter about this break. The French minister also said that his country was not going to let the Australians get away with ditching the contract, which can be expected to lead some job losses as well. This is not over, he was quoted as saying as a report in Politico. "We are going to need clarifications. We have contracts, the Australians need to tell us how they are getting out of it. We are going to need explanations. We have an intergovernmental deal that we signed with great fanfare in 2019 with precise commitments with clauses. How are they getting out of it? They are going to have to tell us. So this is not the end of the story," Le Drian said. The New York Times said in a report that while the France-Australia submarine deal had collapsed, a harsh legal battle over the contract appears inevitable. The French minister also attacked the United States, saying the move by the Biden administration was something that the president's unpredictable predecessor Donald Trump might have been expected to do. "What concerns me well is the American behavior." The Politico report quoted him as saying this brutal, unilateral, unpredictable decision looks very much like what Mr. Trump used to. Allies don't do this to each other. It's rather insufferable. In a joint statement report by The Guardian, Le Drian and the French Defense Minister Florence Parly said, "The American decision, which leads to the exclusion of a European ally and partner like France from a crucial partnership with Australia at a time when we are facing unprecedented challenges in the Indo-Pacific region, be it over our values or respect for a multilateralism based on the rule of law, signals a lack of consistency which France can only notice and regret." The deal between France and Australia had been marked by delays and other issues. The first submarine was expected to be operational around 2034. The Americans, Britons, and Australians did not immediately react to the French outrage, announcing the accused deal during a three-way video conference with President Joe Biden and Prime Minister Boris Johnson of the UK earlier. Prime Minister Morrison made no mention of France or the 2016 deal. France is also outraged that it has never been informed or consulted about the decision and the new agreement before they were announced. Does India have nuclear powered submarine? Yes, India among the 6 nations that have SSNs. The other 5 are the US and the UK, Russia, France and China. India has had the capacity since it got the Soviet-built K-43 Charlie class SSN in 1987. Commissioned with the Red Fleet of the USSR in 1967, it was leased to the Indian Navy and was rechristened INS Chakra. The submarine was decommissioned in 1991. In 2012, India got another SSN on a 10-year lease called INS Chakra 2. In the meantime, India was working on building its own SSN, and the first Indian submarine, the INS Ariant, was commissioned in 2016. A second INS Ariant class submarine, INS Arigat, was secretly launched in 2016 and is likely to be commissioned soon. After it demonstrated the capability to launch nuclear weapons in 2018, the INS Arihant is now classified as a Strategic Strike Nuclear Submarine or SSBN, which means it is a nuclear-powered ballistic submarine. INS Arihant is important because it is complete India's nuclear triad, which means that the country has the capacity to launch nuclear missiles from land, aircraft, and submarine. Thank you.